Welcome back to Castle of Illusion. So, for the third world, let's go back to, well, the upper floors and, well, yeah, the first upper floor is still there. There we go.
Ah, neat. There's a level select for this one.
Well, there's always been Jova.
Well, my guess is, yeah,
This one's more elaborate.
from what I recall, though, basically it's like, well, basically you start at the first act and then you pretty much go straight into the next two
that's
acts.
what he told Jova. This remake, you have the castle itself, which functions as a hub world, kind of like...
Oh, I get that. What I mean is, like, when it comes to, like, well, the separate acts within worlds, it's like, well, the first time you have to play it, obviously you start with the first act, and then it pretty much takes you straight to the other acts. But then afterwards, if you want to come back, then you can pretty much, skip to whichever act you want.
You know, I've just wondered something. You know all them Uncharted comparisons I was...
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
I wonder if Mickey Mouse actually exists in that universe.
Why
why
Remember,
would
the
he?
only consoles that exist in the Uncharted universe are PlayStation ones.
Trademark.
So basically,
Kingdom
Sony's
Hearts?
telling the story, and Nathan's kid saying, "What the hell is Tilly talking about? Who's Mickey Mouse?"
Well, considering Sony and Disney have been quite the friends lately, both gaming-wise and movie-wise, it is possible.
It depends. Oh, by the way, speaking of which, did you hear
Yes.
about how, that guy from Naughty Dog actually is leaving Naughty Dog to go with free games?
Which one?
Really?
I forget his name.
Let me check.
Anyway, just like in the original, you start on the ground, but you soon enough have to get into the water to get inside the ruins. Again, I don't even know why they call it the storm.
It's called a storm because there's thunder in the background.
Well, there is, but you barely do anything with it. There we go. Basically, I guess again, use the enemies for your advantage, and thankfully, unlike in the original, you don't get to do the bullshit puzzle thing. Like, this is much more straightforward. And again, don't ask how Mickey manages to hold his breath for this long. I guess he learned to play blitzball.
Yeah, you mentioned Final Fantasy and Disney. Why is it in the prologue of the first Kingdom Hearts why is Tidus a freaking 12-year-old?
For the context
see-
of the game, Dweebs.
Not just that, Dwebs. You see, this is kind of a running thing in Square Enix, Dwebs, where Tomo Toriyama creates a character, and that character is often kind of bad, and the other people at Square, when they do their spin-off things, they have to basically do what he should have done. The Dissidia games in particular are, of course, the primary example of this. And like, for example, to give you an idea, Dwebs, like the way Nomura characterizes Squall in the Kingdom Hearts series is completely different from Final Fantasy VIII, and all the better for it. So it's kind of this thing where some people at Square don't know what they're doing, but some people fortunately do, and they kind of pick up the slack for the others.
Alright.
That's basically it.
There you go, the
Sure.
simple puzzle. Get to the platform. There you go. Not to mention, it's not even the same that happens, like for example with Cypher in the second game. Although again, this doesn't excuse what happened to poor Setzer. Jesus.
True. Yeah, that's actually one of the worst examples. Yeah. Well, the thing is, when it comes to Cypher works for the particular context that Kingdom Hearts 2 provided, honestly.
But it does, obviously.
It served this purpose.
No, that is okay, Pedro, but again, my complaint was only with Sets, to be honest.
True,
And,
yeah, Setzer is...
And I'm not too keen on Vivi's costume.
Yeah,
I
me
think it's a bit overdue.
Me neither. The characterization is
Alright,
fine-ish, but yeah, that design...
Basically, Java went in the ruin again.
So what's this about the redesign?
No, we're just... Dwebs brought up something about Kingdom Hearts, and the discussion kind of went from there, basically.
Oh, was it having to do with Kingdom Hearts 3?
No. It's just that me and Teo are not particularly keen on Nomura's
Also-
redesign of Vivi in Kingdom Hearts
Oh,
2.
that reminds me. Did you hear that recent interview with Nomura where Nomura himself admits that he's kind of lost track of the plot?
Yeah, I'm not just
That's
that.
kind of bad coming from the creator.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
okay, it's like I said it
um,
before. Nomura is a great game designer, but is not really that good a writer.
Yeah.
Did he ever have track of the plot in the first place? I mean, it's very clear he's been making this shit
I
up
would
as it goes
argue.
along.
That's just the thing,
Yeah.
Shiroi. I still argue that it was in 3D that he officially lost it, because I still think, despite problems, I still think Birth by Sleep was fine.
Chain of
Don't get me wrong.
memories.
Honestly, guys.
Well, well, Joe, you already know how I feel about Reaching a Memory, so let's not go into
No.
that.
Honestly, guys,
I mean, it's
more
the
here
plot.
about-
The gameplay is not
No,
much
that's the
to
thing,
talk
though.
about.
I also like the
Whoa,
plot.
hold
that's
on, wait one at a time.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, there was whatever. You just missed a line, but go on.
Sorry,
Oh,
Teo. Could
you
you
mean about
recap the line
Mickey
for us?
swinging
Sorry,
from
go
vine
ahead.
to
Basically,
vine?
it was a reference to Quackshot, basically, because again, if you paid attention,
Oh,
they
there's a
changed they changed the ruined statues to the one of Donald Duck. I guess kind of like also a throwback to DuckTales. And
Okay.
then basically, the line says, Mickey knew, remember the advice from his friend Donald about adventures. Never have one. There.
Sure. My apologies.
Go ahead, continue.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Oh,
well, the
okay.
thing with Chain of Memories is like, I mean, I'm not even talking about the gameplay, but the plot. The plot. Okay.
I know, Joe, but that's just the thing. I also love the plot. That's the thing. Don't get me wrong. I am aware that I'm the only person in the world that likes that game's story,
No,
but
I like
that's just
Oh
the.
no, I love it.
Okay. I don't completely hate it. I mean, Riku's side of the plot is pretty great. It's Sora's side of the plot, though, that's just...
Yeah, honestly, guys, the more I know you've heard me say this before, but if the creator himself can't keep up with the plot, what hope do I have?
I don't blame you.
At this
Don't worry, I
point,
don't blame you.
At this point, even I've given up with the plot. Like, let me put it like this.
Yeah.
I don't really play Kingdom Hearts for the plot anymore. I mean, I used to.
No.
But after Kingdom Hearts 2, I was pretty much checked out because I couldn't even really get Birth by Sleep, which
To
was on the
me, Jova,
PSP.
it was Birth by Sleep who cemented it. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
again, creating a prequel and for the sake of having the pieces matching, making everyone an idiot was not a good idea.
And then, for Kingdom Hearts 3D.
Anyway,
But
there you
let's
go,
not
just like
talk
in
about
Doom-
that.
Just like in Tomb Wild Water, like in Crash.
Yeah, just like in the
water
original
rises
game.
and,
Tomb Wader, yeah.
Well,
whatever.
specifically, Teo, this of
Also
course
in the
is
original, yes.
yeah, this is particularly a remake of that section from the original game.
Yeah.
course.
Also, again, your bullet changed the shape again. These cases are just, I guess, pebbles. So that again, that's nice, reflecting what's going on.
Ooh!
You know,
Gaze and
Tio,
might, my
Yes, sir.
foes, at the strength of my pebbles!
is this one of those games? I was just gonna say, is this one of those games where if your toe touches the water, even when it's at its
Thank
lowest,
goodness,
you'll
no.
get hit?
No.
Although...
Besides remember, Dweebs, Mickey can always ride. The only thing that the water does is making you go back. to the
Oh,
beginning of
so it
the-
doesn't kill you, it just pushes you back. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's
Since
yeah, in the
a
original
tie.
game, it did that and also hurt you at 1 hit point, but they nerfed the difficulty for this one.
You still get the annoying fishes that you cannot attack though, so watch out for them.
Yeah.
Only if we had a giant sword
Well,
to
the thing,
ride.
is, Teo, unlike the original game, this one has actual proper 360-degree swimming controls.
And you have a dash pad too, so.
Yeah. So it's nowhere near as annoying as in the original game.
Jesus. Alright, time for another puzzle, I think. Yeah.
Oh boy, how many pick rats?
This
No.
is actually very simple, so basically you need to wait
No.
until the disable go. Simple as that. Yeah, again, they changed the level structure of despite being stayed true to the themes of the different worlds. So the levels are both recognizable but also fresh at the same time. That's also always nice. Here we go. I forgot, Joe, you played this game, okay, but did you... Oh, there's one of the chili peppers. Did you also manage to complete it?
Yeah. Although it
Okay,
was
This
a
game
long...
is short.
This is a cool, interesting puzzle. The water rises and lowers regularly. What you need to do basically is to reach the different platforms and wait until the water lowers. Basically, it's just sort of a climbing thing that you do just inside the water. That's actually a cool set piece.
Yeah, it's kind of like there's a lot of sections in the Mario Galaxy games that use water in this kind of anti-gravity thing.
Mario Galaxy also has the advantage of using the gravity to any kind of things, like rotates globes upside down, stuff like that. Go ahead, Joe.
But the
So-
exit's right there.
So speaking of someone who actually has completed this game too, are you gonna use, the exploit that a lot of people like to use against that one boss because that boss is just mean?
Which one?
I see that you got tired of
Tio,
waiting.
the one.
Don't remember.
The final
What
one.
Oh,
final
the
boss.
Miserable yourself. I don't even know if there was an exploit. So, but anyway, what's your refrain, Pedro?
So that's a no.
Well, there was that gem there, and I like, he's
I
probably
just
he's
missed it. Anyway,
probably
boss fight
waiting.
time.
I was thinking, sorry.
In the original, the boss fight was way too simple. So we decided to spice things up a bit. First, you have a section where you just need to avoid the boss, and the frame rate tanks way too
Yeah,
much.
you can see that.
What is it with
so-
water in games causing frame rate issues? Like seriously, this is also a thing in Mighty
Because
Number
water
9.
slows everything down, so it makes sense.
Oh god, I mean, if you guys haven't, if you think the water flagging here is bad, wait till you see Sonic
Bubsy
Genesis.
3D. Oh yeah,
Well,
but Sonic
that's
We've
like
all
the-
seen
that-
Sonic Genesis.
Just that game is infamous. Everybody knows about that.
Now,
Anyway,
Bubsy
They don't
3D
have
lagging
wait,
though,
wait,
and with a
there you
UK frame rate of 50 frames per second, that's...
Playing that game made me feel unwell.
I don't know. I still find the frame rate in this.
and I'm doing that one.
I still find the frame rate of this boss better than the frame rate of the PS3 version of Verifin Seraph, because as I've demonstrated in that PS3 Raw, when we enter into the volcano, goddamn that frame rate.
Well, I
Remember,
would
I
never
own
dream of
Sonic
comparing
Genesis.
the two, but yeah.
I own Bubsy 3D.
Oh, so we're both, like, suffering, okay.
No, it's not even just that. This game has the excuse that it was a low-budget PS3 game.
Rushed.
Yeah.
Rushed. Verifin Seraph is a game that looks like a PS2 game on the PS3. No, and it can't even keep a consistent 30. I mean, no.
Well, I
There you go.
mean,
Basically,
yeah,
the boss
I
function,
agree.
that first one, then two, then now three.
I mean, granted, I would never even think about comparing this to Verifin Seraph, but I agree.
I'm just speaking because, like, this game actually has a proper excuse for its frame rate issues, whereas Verifin Seraph doesn't. So it could be worse than this. That's it.
And now we're educating people who've never heard about Verifin Seraph. You're welcome, kids. I'm sure you'll enjoy our playthrough of it.
I'm sure they will, especially the ending.
Consider
Oh,
it
yeah,
joyful
that
foreshadowing
ending.
if you haven't seen it.
Again, we still need a censored version of that.
But Shiroi, that ending will forever go down as one of the top...
Shiroi, as someone who despises censorship, I refuse to censor my playthroughs. Sorry.
There we go.
Besides Shiroi, our finale is gonna go down as one of the top 10 saddest anime endings.
There you go, we get the yellow rainbow gem.
Top 10 anime
Dun,
betrayal.
da-da-dun, dun, 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 da-da-dun, dun, dun.
Yes, we know, narrator. There you go,
Thanks.
we defeated an entire army of Sagi.
Thanks, Sully.
Hurrah!
Horu.
Time attack mode is available, blah 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 blah. Collect
Oh, I get it. So you're basically doing one part per kingdom, basically.
Exactly. Considering we're short anyway, makes sense.
Ms. Rebel was surely shaking in her boots.
Totally.
I'm not entirely sure of that, Mr. Narrator.
Don't you see, guys? She's quaking. She is terrified. Which is why she's gonna be incredibly smug and smarmy when we get to her.
Alright, then in the next part we'll get to the library. See ya.
See ya.
Then.
Yeah.